AI is replacing human thinking. And now, okay, so here's the thing. I'm not too sure what everyone watching does for work, but me personally, I work in IT. And so obviously, recently, there has been a huge scare that AI would take a bunch of jobs. However, AI doesn't affect my job personally. It just doesn't, right? However, the same cannot be said about some of the other departments in the company that I work for, right? So what I'm about to tell you is a short story that really happened. And now listen, normally stuff does not get on my nerves, but this shit got on my nerves so much. I was complaining about it to my coworkers and my wife, and I was like, you know what, dude? It's got on my skin enough for me to make a YouTube video out of it. I feel like that's like the most like someone could get on your skin, and I feel like I'm like letting my coworker win. Because I'm making a video, but it's just how it is, right? And now you guys will understand very shortly why. And now listen. So obviously I work in IT, so I build out infrastructure. So at my current company, I did build some infrastructure on the cloud, which is new to my company, right? And so with it being on the cloud, normally it's pretty hard let's just say it's not automatically integrated. It's not like I make a server on the network. So anyways, I came up with a way to integrate it, right? So keep this in mind, guys. I'm the one that created this. I'm the one that figured out how to integrate it. And I'm the one that sets it up on everyone's workstations, okay? And so, so with this, I'm going to be talking about a coworker that I have. And obviously I'm not going to say any names. However, we'll just call him E, like the letter E, all right? And so E is an end user at this company, and they need me to assist them in the integration, in like setting up the integration so that they can use the infrastructure, right? I think this is very valid, right? So originally I did send them an email. I mean, just being IT, I'm very busy. So I did spend like 5 minutes sending an email. I was like, hopefully this works. And then obviously they respond back that they could not understand the email and they wanted me to go over and help them. This is fine. This happens all the time, all right? Maybe it's because I'm just shit at writing emails or something. I don't know. This happens all the time, and I was not fazed about it. It takes 5 minutes. I'll just make this quick. I walk over and I do it. It takes 5 minutes, guys. I walk over and I do it. And now here's the interesting part. Is that after I'm done it and I show her how to use it and everything, she asked me to set it up in a different way, in a way that I've never done it before, right? And so, you know, I'm very like I'm not going to sit here and act like I know everything. So when she asked for that, I just say, hey, I've never done that before. Let me go back to my office and I'll research it, right? Because I'm not about to stand at this person's office for 20 minutes. I have better stuff to do. And while I'm working with stuff, I'll go back to my office, I'll research it, and then I'll get back to you. Very reasonable in my mind. However, she did not think that this was as reasonable, I guess, right? Because tell me why when I say that. She tells me to wait. Right? I don't, this was a couple days ago, so I don't think she put her finger up. In my mind, she put her finger up to my face. I don't think she actually did that though. But guys, let me tell you. And now in my mind, this is like 30 minutes, even though it was only 5 seconds. She clicks on Chrome. Okay, she didn't have Chrome, but she clicks on Chrome. Spin, 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 spin of the mouse. And then Chrome opens. New tab. Google. Mouse goes up slowly to the address bar. With her index finger, this is important, with her index finger, she hits the C. Alright? And now this was instant. Boom! Like that. ChatGPT gets illuminated in the address bar and she just hits enter. That's it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, alright? But she hits enter. ChatGPT takes a solid second to load, all right? But here's the thing. For me, this second literally felt like a minute, right? Like it was the longest second of my life because I was like, what is this lady trying to do? And so, okay, so ChatGPT load. The mouse gets moved to the text, all right? I'm sure everyone has been on ChatGPT before. The mouse gets moved to the text box. She clicks it. And then let me see. Hold up. I wrote it down what she put in there. Oh, yeah. Well, okay, so what she put in is that she asked ChatGPT what she asked me. All right, and I don't have this written down in like my script or whatever, but just to mention it, she didn't even ask the question right? Like she asked ChatGPT like what she thought was the correct way to ask it, but she was asking it a completely different question. All right, but that's besides the point. She asks it the question. She hits enter. So she's like, can this be done? When she hits enter, the first word that comes up is just yes, and then she gets up and she slowly walks out of the office and she goes, I'll let you deal with that while I get coffee. That's what she said. I mean, first of all, I feel like that has some like audacity behind it. But whatever, bro. I'm not here to like make enemies or anything. So I was like, all right, I'll just go ahead and get this done. Now here's the part that really grinded my gears, guys. Tell me why she goes over to her like neighboring like coworker's office, and then she's bragging. And she goes, yeah, Grant told me that he was going to go back to his office and look it up. However, I just asked ChatGPT, and ChatGPT knew it, and he didn't. And she was like, and then like I was listening to her, and the coworker she was talking to was like, really? Like, bro, like you didn't even, first of all, you didn't even read what ChatGPT said, okay? You didn't even read what ChatGPT said. And second of all, why are you glad that you're wasting my time? Wasting my time with something that is so minuscule, right? And so this is what I'm saying. She just had like, or they just had like ChatGPT just think for them. Instead of them thinking and deciding on like on an answer to my response, which is very reasonable, by the way, she just had ChatGPT do her biddings for her. And by the way, if oh my god, if they would have just read the first sentence, the very first sentence says to do it the way that I did it. So now I'm like, okay, so you wasted my time for nothing. So I wait for her, I wait for them to come back. They come back. And then I just literally, like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything because I'm professional, right? And I literally just point to the first sentence and I'm like, look, the way that you're asking to do it is, it's impossible. Even ChatGPT says it right here and I point to it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's it. I went back. I told her I was going to look into it. I went back. I looked into it. And it's just not possible. Which is how these things go. Because ChatGPT has no idea what it's talking about. So that is my story. All right. And now I do want to include a second story. This is not mine. However, when I was writing the script for this, I'm like a lazy piece of shit. So I did go onto Reddit. And now this is the title of the Reddit post. It's on r/sysadmin. You guys can look this up if you want. But it's called, I'm quitting my job due to vibe coders and poor leadership. Now I'm only going to read the first paragraph, but this shit blew my mind. Okay, so here I'm reading this word for word. Our exec leadership this year is making a big push for AI. They're encouraging everyone to generate ideas and try to make them real with vibe code. Back to my anecdotes. I don't think that this is an issue. I think is an issue is the last sentence. Okay, let me continue. The team with the best idea that generates real results gets a bonus. This has led to a huge influx of users creating their own app. I honestly think this is awesome, by the way. That was just me. Back to it. Honestly, some of the ideas aren't bad, but most of them don't know how to integrate them, support them, and there's an issue. Use good security practices or basic IT knowledge. Everyone knows this. When you try to, okay, look guys, this is the sentence that literally grinds my gears because this is literally what I experienced, all right? The last sentence. When you try to debate one of these people, you get a quote unquote, well, ChatGPT said ... response that drives me up the wall. Oh my god. Dude. Oh my god. If someone said that to me, I'm professional, guys. I'm a pro. So it wouldn't bother me. But god damn it, if that is not the most annoying three questions. Can I just say in my instance, I built it. How is ChatGPT going to know something that I built better than me? I think this is a valid point. But yeah, I don't know. If one person watches this all the way through, you are crazy. You are crazy. Because I'm so lazy, I'm not editing a video, so I got this shitty ass gameplay in the background. Call of the Lamb. By the way, this is the only game I've enjoyed recently. Dark Souls 3, I fucking quit. Hollow Knight, I quit. Elden Ring, I quit. What else did I quit? I don't know. I'm probably going to fucking quit this game too, but at least it's easy, man. But yeah, this is just a rant. Thank you to the one person who finished it, which is probably my wife. So thank you.